My name isn't Elena. I just want to say that up front. Elena is a name I picked because it sounds like the kind of name someone has when they've figured things out. I haven't figured anything out. I'm sitting in a parking garage in a city I won't name, and I've been sitting here for 40 minutes because I don't know what the next move is. I don't know what the next hour is. 3 days ago, I was a person with a job title. I had a business card. I know that sounds stupid, but I liked having a business card. It had a little logo on it, a logo I helped design. And now I'm in a parking garage on level 4, and I've been watching a pigeon do something very determined on the concrete ramp, and I keep thinking, that bird has more of a plan than I do. I need to back up. 6 years ago, I took a job at a private equity firm. Not as an analyst, not as an associate. I was the assistant to a man named, I'll call him Martin. Martin was the kind of man who had his shirts made in London, and who never, not once, thanked me in 6 years. I counted. I kept a note in my phone. 0 times. That's not the point. That's not even close to the point. I'm telling you that to tell you who Martin was, which is a man who believed that certain information belonged only to certain people, and that certain people, meaning him, were exempt from the kinds of rules that governed, as he once said to me while I was refilling his coffee, ordinary transactions. I know what he did. I know what he did because I did some of it. Not knowingly, is what I told myself, not fully understanding. But I'm sitting in a parking garage 3 days after I walked out of that building with a USB drive that is currently in my jacket pocket, and I need to stop performing ignorance even to myself, because I knew enough. I always knew enough. The drive has 8 years of documents. Not my 8 years, I only had 6. The 2 years before me, I found those too, because Martin liked his files organised in a specific way, and he taught me his system, and his system was very thorough. His system is what's going to be his problem. That's a thing I've been saying to myself like a koan. His system is what's going to be his problem. There's a journalist at a publication I won't name, and she has been trying to report this story for 2 years. She got close once. Martin's lawyers sent her employer a letter, and that was that. She didn't stop. She kept a tip line. I found the tip line 4 months ago, and I sent one message, just one, from a library computer. No account, nothing traceable. And I said, the filing structure is the evidence, that's all. And she... I don't know how, but she knew. She wrote back to the tip line the next day and she said, I've been waiting for this. We've been meeting on Thursday afternoons in different places. A food hall, a botanical garden, once in the back pew of a church which neither of us attends, which felt appropriately dramatic. She is careful in a way that makes me feel like maybe I'm not crazy, because careful people don't take risks on crazy people. She hasn't asked me for the drive yet. She's been building the context. She said last week, and I've been turning this over constantly, she said, when it comes from you, it has to be airtight, because they will come for you. I left Tuesday. I just didn't go in. I didn't quit. I didn't send an email. I just didn't go in. My key card is in my apartment in a bowl by the door. My apartment that Martin's firm is paying for, technically, as part of a compensation arrangement I now understand was designed to keep me indebted and traceable. The name on the lease was his. I understand that now. The name on everything was his. I have $4,000 in an account he doesn't know about. I opened it at a credit union 2 months ago in cash, and I've been feeding it slowly. And $4,000 is not a lot of money, but it is more money than I've ever had that was purely mine. Not attached to anything, not owed, just sitting there in an account with my actual name on it, which I also won't tell you because I'm not stupid. The pigeon is gone. I don't know when it left. I've been staring at the ramp for a while now, and there's nothing there. I think that's the meeting I was waiting for. I think I was waiting to see where it went, and it just left. Without any ceremony. Without looking around to see if anyone was watching. I'm supposed to meet her on Thursday. That's 2 days. 2 days I have to exist somewhere, in some configuration, without tipping anything off, without going back to the apartment, without using my main card, without doing anything that makes me findable, before I do the one thing that makes me very findable, in a way I can't undo, in a way that becomes officially the rest of my life. I'm not scared, I need to say that, because I've been waiting to feel scared and I don't. I'm something else. I'm something I don't have a good word for. Like the moment before a sentence is finished. Like I've been living in the subordinate clause for 6 years, and I can feel the main clause coming, and I don't know what it says, but it's mine. The sentence is finally mine. His system is what's going to be his problem. I'm going to start the car now.